to prepare for the launch of the Soyuz vehicle. We would like to report that all the work has been performed in its full, and today there is a meeting of the State Commission to determine the further activities. I would like now hear the report with regards to the prime and backup crew. Dear Oleg Nikolaevich, dear State Commission members, dear members of the prime and backup crew, in order to perform Expedition 4041 mission, the following crews have been preparing. Prime crew, Maxim Suraev, the ISS flight engineer and the commander of Soyuz. Wiseman Reed is the flight engineer for both Soyuz and ISS. Alexander Gerst, flight engineer. The backup crew is Anton Shkaplerov, is the Soyuz commander and ISS engineer, Samantha Cristoforetti, flight engineer and the ISS commander, and Terry Wurst, who will be the flight engineer for both Soyuz and ISS. All the crew members have performed their training in full and passed all their exams. They are deemed to be capable to perform this mission, both medically and training-wise. We have reviewed their results and would like to provide the following conclusion. Both backup and primary crew are ready to perform the mission on Expedition 4041. Based on the aforementioned facts, the State Commission is receiving the proposal to confirm Maxim Suraev, Reed Wiseman, and Alexander Gerst as primary crew members, and Mr. Shkaplerov, Samantha Cristoforetti, and Terry Wurst as a backup crew. Thank you very much. I would like to ask Mr. Lopoda now to report on the vehicle. All the necessary activities and preparations have been performed at the launch pad. The vehicle is ready to launch. There are no impediments to proceed with the launch vehicle preparation.
Thank you, Commission. Max Reed and Alexander, International Space Station is ready to receive you. It's been 5 years to the date of your arrival. Will mark the start of six-person crew. So 5 years when you arrived was the start of six-person crew. Pretty remarkable event. And as you know, at that time, we had representatives from all international partners on board at that time.
Хотел бы сказать уважаемому экипажу, во-первых, спасибо большое членам комиссии. Хотел бы сказать, что во время вашего запуска и стыковки будет праздноваться 5-летие того момента, когда началось присутствие экипажа из 6 человек на Международной космической станции. Таким образом, мы отпраздновали присутствие всех стран-партнеров на Международной космической станции.
We look forward to you joining your friends already on orbit.
И мы с нетерпением ожидаем вашего прибытия на орбиту с тем, чтобы вы присоединились к вашим друзьям на станции.
You have a very exciting increment, conducting new research in a variety of technical disciplines.
Экспедиция ваша будет очень интересная. Перед вами стоят задачи по выполнению большого количества различных научных экспериментов.
Research that will benefit all of humankind and advance our knowledge to go further in space.
И результаты этих научных экспериментов, конечно, пойдут на пользу всему человечеству и помогут нам продвинуться в исследовании космического пространства и далее.
It'll be a hectic pace, so pace yourselves and take time to enjoy yourselves.
Работа будет у вас очень напряженной, длительной и быстрой, поэтому держите себя в руках, заботьтесь о друг друге и всего самого наилучшего.
We in the ground team look forward to working with you on orbit.
А мы на Земле, все инженеры с нетерпением ожидают совместной работы с вами на орбите.
Have a tremendous flight and increment.
Желаю вам замечательного полета и замечательной экспедиции.
Спасибо.
Благодарю. Пати Бернардо, директор программы КС.
Patty Bernardo, the ISS Program Director.
Большое спасибо, уважаемый господин председатель.
On behalf of the ESA Director General, I would like to congratulate the crew for their preparation. I would like to congratulate Maxim, Reed, and Alex for the hard work they have gone through and for their readiness to the mission.
От имени руководителя нашего агентства, от имени генерального директора, я хотел бы поздравить членов экипажа с прекрасной подготовкой и с их готовностью к полету. Поздравляю вас, уважаемые Максим, Рид и Алекс.
I would like to thank and congratulate Roscosmos for having been, for the readiness of all the ground and flight crew that makes this launch and mission possible.
Кроме того, хочу поздравить специалистов и руководителей Роскосмоса с прекрасной подготовкой наземного сегмента и орбитального сегмента, без которых был бы невозможен этот полет.
I would like also to congratulate our NASA colleagues also for the readiness of the flight segment, which is going to make possible this increment to be developed as planned.
Кроме того, хочу поздравить наших коллег из НАСА, которые внесли большой вклад в подготовку орбитального сегмента.
Now a few words for Alexander. Alexander, we are all behind you. There is a big team in ESA which really look forward to support you. And I am looking really forward for the 6 months where we are going to harvest all the hard work that has been the preparation on the last year.
Александр, хочу пожелать тебе успешного полета. Хочу сказать, что все специалисты ЕК готовы поддержать тебя, все они за твоей спиной, все они твоя поддержка. И кроме того, ждем с нетерпением результата того большого объема работы, который ты выполнишь на орбите, и результата исследований, которые ты проведешь.
I am therefore very happy to record a very healthy status of the program.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
Максим Викторович, командир.
Maxim Sarayev, the commander.
Уважаемый Олег Николаевич,
Dear Oleg Nikolaevich,
друзья,
dear commission members, dear friends,
в этот день хотелось бы сказать,
today, on this day, I would like to say a big heartfelt
принимали участие в
thank you to all of you.
участие,
You've helped us train, you've helped
я считаю, и я знаю, что
build the
сейчас
station,
на стартовом комплексе
and you've helped prepare the launch vehicle for launch.
доставит нас на международную
And that rocket will take us to the International Space Station.
всем людям,
I
которые
would like to thank all of you who have been helping us, supporting us, who will be supporting us throughout our mission and welcoming us back on Earth.
действительно выполняют
Cosmonauts and astronauts are just the tip of the iceberg. We are performing the wishes and desires of thousands and thousands of people. Without your contributions, we wouldn't be able to achieve anything. And personally, I'd like to say thank you to the members of the State Commission. You made the right choice by making us prime crew. Thank you very much. I agree with you.
Вайзман Рид.
And Reed Wiseman,
Добрый день.
good morning.
Просто хочу сказать,
I just want to say that
у нас есть очень хороший командир.
we have a great commander.
Мы хороший экипаж.
We're a great crew,
По-моему, мы хороший.
in my opinion.
И благодаря вам,
And because of you,
хороший корабль,
we have a great vehicle,
совсем готовый.
and we're completely ready. Thank you.
Спасибо, Герст.
Thank you. And now Alexander Gerst.
Я читал, что
I read that on the night before the launch, Korolev told Gagarin
никогда не был
that
ближе.
space has never been closer. And I think it's the first time in my life I really understand what he meant.
Спасибо вам
Thank you all
за поддержку,
for all your support,
помощь в эти
for your help
год. Много.
through these years.
Да, и совсем близко. Но и я желаю вам
And I wish you and all of us
продолжать быть без границ.
so that the space continues to be without borders.
Спасибо.
Thank you. Anton Nikolaevich,
Уважаемый Олег Николаевич,
dear Oleg Nikolaevich,
члены Государственной комиссии,
dear members of the State Commission, the backup crew is ready to perform whatever orders on your part, and we would like to wish the primary crew a great 6 months of success aboard the station. Good luck, guys. Thank you. Samantha Cristoforetti. Thank you all State Commission members for your kind words. Thank you all for preparing a wonderful vehicle for us, for our friends. That vehicle will take our primary crew safely to the station. And I wish them a pleasant 6-hour trip to the station and hope they have fun aboard the station for 6 months, and we'll be waiting for you in half a year. Terry Wirtz, I completely agree with Maxim, with what he said. I am very happy to be a backup crew for these guys, and I would like to wish them success. Thank you all. On behalf of the State Commission, I would like to congratulate you as confirmed members of the primary and backup crew. Primary crew, great success to you all. I'm looking at you. I'm so happy to see your friendship. I see that everything that we've invested in you will be realized at the most wonderful level. Thank you all. Thank you, the State Commission.
уважаемые дамы и господа, коллеги,
Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues,
утверждены основной и дублирующий состав экипажа.
you've been
Командиром транспортного корабля «Союз»
you have been confirmed as primary
командиром КС
and the backup crews.
Максим Сураев.
The primary crew commander of Soyuz vehicle is Maxim Suraev,
Инженер МКС Рит
and the flight engineer Reed Wiseman is a flight engineer for both Soyuz and ISS.
борт-инженер корабля, борт-инженер МКС
The flight engineer for Soyuz and ISS is Alexander Gerst.
дублирующий экипаж
The backup crew,
корабля и борт-инженер МКС Антона Шкаплерова.
Anton Shkaplerov, is the Soyuz commander and flight engineer of the ISS.
Борт-инженер корабля, борт-инженер станции Саманта
The
Кристофоретти.
flight engineer for both Soyuz and station, Samantha Cristoforetti.
Инженером корабля, борт-инженер МКС Терри Верст.
And Terry Wirtz, who is also the Soyuz and ISS flight engineer.
Ваши вопросы.
Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead with your questions.
I have 2 questions for Reed. Reed, you and your crewmates are launching on the 5th anniversary of the inauguration of a 6-person crew aboard the International Space Station, and your mission will span over the start of a 15th year of a continuous human presence aboard the complex. How significant is that from an historic perspective, and what does it say about the strength and endurance of the ISS partnership?
So, Rob, I think for us, like I was saying, that's another day in space for us, but it's a huge day for this program. The start of 6-person crew, that was, to me personally, that was really the start of utilization. That was really the start of really getting our payback from this amazing laboratory in space. And the fact that we've been doing that for 5 years is phenomenal. And the fact this thing has been flying for 15 years, it just shows the incredibly robust design. And now we're talking about 2020 and beyond. And to me, this is just fantastic. This is a great, great spacecraft we have.
And Reed, your mission is reflective of almost every facet of human spaceflight. How challenging and how complex will your half year in orbit be, you and your crewmates, and what are you looking forward to the most?
For sure, Rob. The thing I'm looking forward to the most is looking out the window the first time when we get into orbit, and then coming through the hatch and getting greeted by our Expedition 40 crew who's already on board, our great friends. And I think just especially for me, seeing Steve Swanson is going to be a great moment.
Большое спасибо. Прошу, пожалуйста.
Thank you very much. Natalia Burtseva, Roscosmos, dear crew members, both Prime and Backup, we are so happy that you are on this mission. We love you very much. Let me ask you 3 questions. The first one, soon on May 30th, it will be an anniversary for Mr. Leonov, who is a really historical person. Maxim, I would like to ask you personally, what does he mean to you? Has he had any influence on you? Has he paved your way to space? And also to flight engineers, do you know this cosmonaut and do you see him as a historical person? Dear friends, Natasha, yes, I'll answer your questions right away. I just wanted to ask you guys, are you hot over there? There's so many people. And thank you all for coming and for supporting us. Natasha, let me answer your question. You know, my first mission, I remember before I did the spacewalk, Alexei Leonov, it was his anniversary, and he is a great person. He has tremendous spirit, and he has been and is now very active. He came to see me off. He came to see our crew off. He is very much abreast of what is going on in our cosmonaut corps. But I really would like to take my hat off to Alexei Leonov, because it has been such a long time since his first spacewalk. And people know how to do it. People know all the tricks. They have safety tethers now. They have different rails. They have guards. They have all kind of devices, like a special pack that would bring you back if you get untethered. But the first EVA was something. I can only imagine what he felt when he was going out there for the first time. He was doing it without any previous experience. He didn't know what to expect. He didn't know whether he would be able to come back. So I really take off my hat to that person. He's a great guy. He's a great, outstanding human being. And I would like to wish him great health and a very long life. He is our charm. He is a person who means a lot to us. And we know him well, and he knows us well. He still takes a big part of the cosmonaut corps. He knows everybody, and we know him all. Thank you, and hope he has a very great life. Now I would like to pass the mic to Mr. Oleg Novitsky, who has a question to the Prime crew and his commander, their commander, Maxim Surayev. Well, Maxim, right now you have friends and relatives, your parents here, all those people who will be missing you so much. The question, what do we do without you here? How do we take it? Well, that's my work, Oleg. You know that, and you've been through this yourself. What can we do? We'll keep in touch. Obviously, when your family stays behind by themselves, I'm sure that my friends will be taking care of them and will not leave them all alone. Yes, obviously, I will be here, so I'll help your family.
готов лететь, потому что я знаю, что
I am ready to go because I know everything will be
те проблемы, если
good and safe
в семье,
back on Earth.
то всегда
And I know that if something happens to my family here on Earth, that
мои друзья,
my parents, my mom and my dad, my friends, my relatives, my
они всегда поддержат,
acquaintances,
всегда подстрахуют. Это, в
my
принципе,
colleagues will
нормальная
always
ситуация, нормальное
help,
явление
will
для
always provide their support.
потому что мы все прошли
And
через это.
this is a normal thing
То если
in the
человек
cosmonaut
отсутствует
corps
по
because
уважительной причине,
we are all one big family.
то
You know,
надо
if a
его
person
поддерживать. Вот и все.
is on the ISS, he's supported all the way.
Можно я задам второй вопрос?
Let me ask you a second question because I
Я хотела
did not
спросить
have a
дублирующего
chance before.
экипажа.
I
Вот
would
такой
like to ask the
интересный
backup
про,
crew.
Юбилейный 25 июля будет
This is an interesting year. On July 25th,
Евгения Савицкой.
Svetlana Savitskaya will be having her own anniversary of her EVA.
Насколько вы тоже
And I would like to ask Anton and Samantha, what do you think about that woman? Do you know Svetlana Savitskaya, the Russian woman who first attempted the EVA?
астронавтка, либо
And do you have
женщина, на которую
a female astronaut who would be a great example to you?
близки? Спасибо огромное.
Thank you.
Я коротко начну.
Well, I'll just say something briefly. I guess Samantha will provide the main response. But yes, we do know Ms. Savitskaya as the first woman who attempted the EVA. And I myself performed an EVA, and it's such a big amount of work. She did outstanding things out there. She did welding in space. She's great. We really wish her all the best.
Присоединяюсь.
And I would like to
Ну, что сказать, я ее лично
join my crew member
с ней знакома
in his wishes. And I don't know her personally, but I do know her as a historical figure, and I have a lot of respect to her,
которые были
for her.
могли бы как бы пример или модель для меня.
As to a female
Или три не могу назвать.
model astronaut, I wouldn't be able to give you one or two. There are so many.
Женщинам надо у всех что-то брать,
And I have role models
научиться, потому что все люди опытные,
among women and men,
и у каждого, по-моему,
because both men and women do great things in space. So we can learn from
тоже хороший космонавт.
many of them.
Я не хочу имени назвать.
So I just don't want to give you a name. There are many.
Что у Саманты есть
I'd like to add that Samantha
выходы как в российском, так и в
has a certificate to perform EVA in both Russian and American spacesuits. So if there is a need for her to perform an EVA, she will be great.
Hildegard Wirth vom Zweiten Deutschen Fernsehen mit einer Frage an Alexander Gerst. Sie nehmen ein Stück vom Kölner Dom mit auf die ISS. Können Sie beschreiben, was für ein Stück das ist und was damit geschieht? Bleibt das im Weltraum oder bringen Sie das wieder mit zurück?
Ja, guten Tag erstmal. Ich wollte noch kurz sagen, dass es mich wirklich umhaut, wie viele Leute hierher gekommen sind. Und ja, vielen Dank für die großartige Unterstützung. Wir haben das tatsächlich nicht erwartet, dass so viele Leute hier sind. Ja, das Stück Kölner Dom, das ich mitnehme, das hat mir der Bürgermeister, der Oberbürgermeister von Köln überreicht persönlich. Ich weiß ehrlich gesagt nicht genau, wo es herkommt. Das werde ich erst auf dem Rückweg erfahren, wenn wir es wieder zurückbringen in die Stadt Köln und es wieder an der Stelle einbauen, wo es herkommt. Da freue ich mich schon sehr drauf. Die Bedeutung dieses Stücks ist für mich, dass wir als Astronauten, europäische Astronauten natürlich das Europäische Astronautenzentrum in Köln haben und als Zeichen der Verbundenheit zwischen uns Astronauten und Köln nehmen wir dieses Stück mit in den Weltraum. So just in English, the question was why or if we had a piece of the Cologne Cathedral with us and why and where it's from, and I just said, well, we European astronauts have the European Astronaut Center in Cologne, so we train there, we live there, and as a sign of our connection to that great city, we take a piece of the Cologne Dome with us. It's actually in our luggage, and we'll bring it back. It will be with us half a year on space station. It's a little bit smaller, it's about this. And we'll bring it back to Cologne. It's, for us, very important to just put it back to the right place where it came from, and we put it right there, and it will live there for the rest of its life as a part of the Cologne Dome. Thank you.
Вопрос от представителя ИСа. Если бы у вас была возможность взять с собой кусочек Кёльнского собора, где бы вы его взяли и где бы он размещался на борту МКС? И ответ был, что мы действительно везем с собой небольшой кусочек Кёльнского собора, так как Европейский центр астронавтики находится в Кёльне, и очень большую часть тренировок мы проводим именно там. Поэтому это очень важное место для нас, очень значимый город для нас. И Кёльнский собор, как символ Кёльна, является также очень значимым для нас. Поэтому мы возьмем с собой небольшой кусочек, но мы обещаем вернуть его обратно.
Анна Самойленко, Космический центр Южный, телевизионный отдел. Здравствуйте.
This is Anna Samoilenko. Good morning. I'd like to ask all of you, today everybody is talking about space exploration and going back to the moon. What is manned space flight going to be like in the future? And would you like to go on such a mission? I think in any way and in any scenario, the humankind will want to go further, make one more step further. We know that our US colleagues have already been to the moon. Right now, we took a little tiny bit step behind, but as you know, history develops in a spiral, and the humankind will definitely go back to the moon. And it will be at a different level of our development. And we will make that mission a tremendous success for the Earth. I think that going back to the moon should be within the framework of cooperation between many countries. Right now, we are witnessing a wonderful example of cooperation of many countries, many nations. And if we want to go back to the moon, it will be a huge international partnership and cooperation. I think it will be great. And I think we do need to go back to the moon. This is a given. And I think we will. Well, look at us here. It's Germany, Russia, the United States, Russia, and Italy. Isn't it great when half the world is here and we're doing one big thing? Isn't it great? Good morning, this is Cosmodrome Club. What do you think is the prettiest or most attractive sight from space on Earth? It is very hard to answer this question. Every location, every continent, every geographic location is very special. Africa looks just beautiful from space. The desert is very beautiful. But if the person stays there for a long time, it won't be very comfortable or will. Also, Australia. Australia looks beautiful and looks red.
Тибет то же самое, Кавказские горы.
Tibet, the Caucasus. All those mountains are superb.
Из космоса это те же самые.
Another great sight
Те же самые Багамы, потому что они
are islands such as Cuba and the Bahamas.
Я думаю, что лично для меня.
But to me, and it's my personal preference, the place I would like to come back to, this is the Noginsky district.
Извините, да.
Я глава Ногинского района, вопросов не имею.
And I'm the head of Noginsky district. I don't have any questions, but I would like to say something. Well, first, when we were seeing the crew off at the Star City, we wished them to come back and attend the celebrations of the City Day. So next year, I'm waiting for you there to participate in our celebrations, all three of you. Also, the WBC has awarded you this medal. And this is to my friend and compatriot, Maxim Suraev.
Ребят, где им? Или кто-то где? Кирилл где? Кирилл наш.
Dmitry, Cyril.
Да, найдите его, пожалуйста.
Could you please find them?
Да. Владимир Николаевич, и вы знаете, давайте так, то, что мы уже, чтобы... Да, потому что тут много...
There are lots of different countries, and I would like to say thank you to all of you, not just from myself, but from all of us.
В Ногинском районе они присутствовали, они знают.
And my friends, and my fellow astronauts went to the Noginsky district, and we would like to say it was a great honor, and we would like to give this to you from our crew.
Мы готовы отвечать дальше.
We are ready to answer next questions.
Дети в первую очередь. Уважаемые друзья, победители конкурса
Dear friends, these are the winners of a contest, of a drawing contest.
Да. Богдан, Никита и Валя.
Bogdan, Nikita, and Valia, I'd like to give this mic to you now.
Так, ну-ка не стесняться. Ну-ка, все.
Please don't be shy.
Повернуться.
Turn your faces to us.
Вот.
That's the way. Tell us what you drew.
Давай, держи микрофон.
Can you speak into the mic? We can't hear you.
Рисунок, где изображена дружба народов и совместные.
I made a drawing that commemorated the friendship between different nations and the flight between different astronauts to other planets. And the topic was the friendship between humans and aliens.
Ну, здорово.
That's wonderful.
Молодец.
Did you win? Good job. I'd like to say a few words about this contest. Google was having a contest for the Space Doodle, and Roscosmos ran their own contest within that Google contest. Nikita won in his age category, and Bogdan and Valia did in theirs. Good job, guys.
Максим Викторович, я хотел бы вас попросить по такой вот традиции.
Maxim,
Сейчас, хорошо, давай.
I'd like to ask you to step out.
Сейчас они представят, и вы представляете свою жизнь. Ну, будьте, Еще. Большое спасибо.
Thank you very much.
My name is Marta Meli, SkyTG 24 Rom. Faccio una domanda al capitano Samantha Cristoforetti. Come è andato questo periodo di quarantena? Com'è stata la relazione con i tuoi compagni? E in che modo in questi giorni stai pensando all'Italia, il paese che ti prepari a rappresentare come prima astronauta nello spazio?
So the question is how the 2 weeks of quarantine went, how the relationship was with our colleagues, and how my thoughts go to my country, which is Italy, which I prepare to represent in space in about 6 months' time.
Вопрос был о том, как прошли 2 недели в карантине, какие отношения у нас между экипажами и как строились отношения с родственниками, а также что я думаю о своей стране, которая является Италия, и как я собираюсь готовиться к полету.
Le 2 settimane di quarantena sono stato un periodo eccezionale da un punto di vista sia professionale che emotivo. È stato fantastico venire in un posto come Baikonur, che è, per chi come me è cresciuta sognando di diventare astronauta, è un posto leggendario da cui è nata la storia del volo abitato nello spazio, quindi da un punto di vista proprio emotivo è stato meraviglioso. Sono state 2 settimane in cui vivere 24 ore al giorno, non solo con il mio equipaggio, ma con un equipaggio che è pronto a partire. Sono stati un grande esempio perché sono veramente, come penso si vede, 3 grandi amici. Li abbiamo osservati essere ogni giorno sempre più pronti. Negli ultimi giorni si vede proprio che sono tranquilli e sereni e sono pronti a partire, quindi è un grande esempio per noi. Noi come equipaggio di riserva chiaramente siamo stati pronti in ogni momento a partire al loro posto, però naturalmente in maniera molto più rilassata, e quindi abbiamo avuto proprio l'occasione di passare del tempo insieme, di cementare, di solidificare la nostra amicizia. Pensando all'Italia, quello che mi viene in mente è che quasi esattamente un anno fa ero a Roma e avevo il grande piacere e l'onore di commentare il lancio del mio collega Luca Parmitano, e adesso a distanza di un anno sono qui ad accompagnare in rampa di lancio un altro collega che è Alexander Gerst. Quello che dissi allora credo è che sentivo che non solo un amico ma quasi forse un fratello stava partendo per lo spazio, e quello che mi sento di dire oggi è che provo la stessa cosa per Alexander, un altro collega della nostra classe del 2009 che si appresta ad andare nello spazio. Ed è una cosa eccezionale che siamo qui 2 rappresentanti dell'Europa, dell'Agenzia Spaziale Europea, perché succede raramente, quindi credo che sia un bel giorno, un grande giorno per l'Europa. E quello che mi sento dire ai miei connazionali in Italia è che spero che seguiranno la missione di Alexander con lo stesso calore, la stessa intensità con cui hanno seguito quella di Luca, e con cui spero seguiranno la mia, perché alla fine siamo tutti europei e andiamo nello spazio a rappresentare non soltanto il nostro paese ma l'Europa. So very shortly in English, it's been a great 2 weeks. It's been great watching the Prime crew. Those guys are great friends among themselves and to us, and it's just they're a great example, and we just want to be as good a crew as you are. We dare to hope that we'll be even a little bit better. We have 6 months. We have great ambitions. And thinking of Italy, of course, I have to think that almost exactly a year ago, I was commenting in Rome the launch of my dear friend Luca Parmitano from the class of 2009. And a year later, I'm here accompanying to the launch pad another great friend of the class of 2009, Alexander. And my hope is to my countrymen and women in Italy is that they will follow the mission of Alexander with the same passion and warmth that they had for the mission of Luca, and that I hope they will have for mine at the end of the year. So it's a great day for Europe, I think, that 2 of us are here representing Europe. And so I hope that this will come across that way.
Ну и коротко.
Нет, коротко по-русски, конечно. Но эти 2 недели были просто замечательные для нас.
Summary in Russian.
Смотреть на основной экипаж, они для нас просто огромный, замечательный пример. Я не буду повторять то, что я сказал, потому что Максим на меня ругал.
I'm not going to repeat all of that. Maxim is going to be mad.
Ну и по поводу моей страны, Италия, я просто помню, что год назад я была в Италии, в Риме, я комментировала там передача старта моего коллега и друга Люка Пармитано. Сейчас это просто большая честь прибывать здесь и провождать на стартовую площадку мой друг Александр Гест, тоже из ЕКА. Я думаю, это просто большой день для Европы, потому что здесь 2 представителей нашего континента, и это просто для меня замечательно.
Und jetzt in Deutsch.
Добрый
Добрый день, Кузнецова Ольга, Ногинский район.
Good morning.
Своего земляка.
This is Olga Kuznetsova. I'm here to see my compatriot of Maxim. Last time you took a little lion with you. Are you going to take something this time? Yes, I will. It's actually the microgravity indicator, not just the charm. And we will have two of them.
Вот, поэтому, конечно, будет первое место занимать, и у нас будет основной индикатор
We'll have the main indicator that will be a giraffe.
который уже у нас готов, и он будет.
We've already tried it. It will be our primary indicator.
Чтобы не остался у нас обделенным.
And so that Alex has his own.
Индикатор невесомости, у него есть мышка.
Has a little mouse
которая будет с нами в полете.
who will fly with that will fly with us. So everything will be great. Thank you.
Alexander Stirn von der Süddeutsche Zeitung. Eine Frage an Alexander Gerst. Die gegenwärtigen Spannungen zwischen Russland und den USA machen ja auch vor der Raumfahrt nicht Halt. Inwieweit bekommen Sie das hier in Baikonur mit? Inwieweit betrifft es Sie? Inwieweit spricht man da im Kollegenkreis mit anderen Astronauten drüber?
So the question was about the international tensions right now, how much we hear of it or in how much we discuss about it. So I'll answer in German first. Hallo Herr Stirn, erstmal. Wir hören natürlich das in den Nachrichten und wir verfolgen das. Aber wenn man mal das aus unserer Perspektive sieht, ich denke, es sagt einiges, wenn man sich anschaut, dass wir zu dritt in eine Rakete steigen, zu dritt aus 3 Kontinenten kommen, aus Amerika, aus Russland, aus Europa und als Freunde zusammen in den Weltraum fliegen, nicht als Nationalitäten, sondern als Mannschaft, als Freunde, die viele Jahre miteinander trainiert hat, deren Familien sich gut kennen, die auch Wochenenden zusammen verbracht hat, nicht nur beim Überlebenstraining, aber auch mit den Familien auf der Datscha. Das sagt einiges, dass wir zusammen in eine Rakete steigen und zu einer Raumstation fliegen, die eine internationale Raumstation ist und dort wissenschaftliche Experimente durchführen, die wir mit zur Erde zurückbringen und die allen von uns nützlich sind, die wir mit zurückbringen und die auch nicht vor Grenzen Halt machen. Das heißt, wir alle profitieren davon und ich denke, mehr braucht man dazu nicht sagen. So, I'll just repeat this in English. I think it means a lot if you look at us that our team, our crew is not just a team of like 3 different guys from 3 different nationalities or continents. We're actually a group of friends. We climbed in that rocket knowing each other for years. We've trained a lot together. But not only training, I mean, we spent weekends together. We spent weekends on Max's dacha. We spent weekends together in Cologne. Our families know each other really well. And we fly together to space as friends. And space is without borders. We fly to an international space station where we do experiments that come back to Earth that benefit all of us, that benefit all humankind. So really, nationalities is not a big issue for us here.
Вопрос был о том, как интернациональный состав экипажа влияет на отношения в экипаже. И ответ состоит в том, что, глядя на нас, вы не скажете никогда, что это 3 человека из разных 3 стран. На самом деле мы один интернациональный экипаж, мы едины, мы прекрасные друзья, мы тренируемся вместе. Мы проводим очень много времени вместе, в том числе и выходные, и у Максима на даче, и в Кёльне мы были вместе. Сейчас мы собираемся лететь на Международную космическую станцию, где будем проводить множество экспериментов на благо нас, на благо всего человечества. И результаты этих экспериментов вернутся на Землю, что еще раз докажет, насколько интернациональное сотрудничество и дружба важны.
Александр Калинин, телекомпания НТВ. Простите.
Alexander Kalinin, the NTV channel. A question for the prime crew and to everybody else who would like to answer. Because of the events in the Ukraine. The relationship between the United States and Russia and Germany has been a little bit more sour than usual.
That we all know about the relationship between Russia and United States, Russia and Germany became pretty tense. Do you feel this tension on the level of your team? And what do you mean, or what do you think, in your opinion, is there any place for politics in space? Thank you.
Это наш ответ.
Let us give you our answers, and please, everybody, watch.
Bravo.
I think this says it all.
Я хочу предоставить снова для вопроса Робу, и на этом, наверное, мы начнем заканчивать. Да, Максим Викторович?
One more question. Let us give the mic to Rob, and it will be the wrap-up.
Did you, your career has spanned from fighter pilot to friends with your international crew. In your wildest imagination, did you ever think that your career would evolve to the point where, number one, you'd fly in space, and number two, you'd be an international ambassador off the Earth?
Вопрос от НАСА ТВ. Вы прошли путь от простых людей до космических пилотов. И скажите, пожалуйста, могли бы вы в каких-то своих самых затаенных фантазиях представить, что первое, что вы полетите в космос, и второе, что вы будете космическими посланниками Земли в космосе?
Well, I guess my first part of the answer to that is very difficult to translate, but as two former fighter pilots sitting here, one Russian, one American, I really wish I had met Max at 500 knots at the merge when he was flying Su-27s and I was flying F-14s, because that would have been a lot more fun. Может быть, это очень сложно.
Ну, так как мы с Максимом бывшие военные летчики, я очень хотел бы встретить его на высоте сколько-то тысяч метров.
Давай скажем.
Когда Максим летал на своем самолете, я бы летал на своем самолете, и мы бы повеселились.
But now it's great to sit here. I mean, three friends, and I really love the time we have spent together. It's been absolutely fantastic. And it's not me that's going to be an ambassador, but it's all three of us, all six of us that are going to be ambassadors as we hit the 15-year mark up there on the space station.
А сейчас мы сидим здесь втроем, мы дружим, и у нас прекрасные отношения, мы проводим прекрасное время вместе. И на самом деле послом являюсь не только я, послы все мы вместе, все втроем. Поэтому, да, на самом деле вшестером. Поэтому я рад, что все сложилось таким образом.
Уважаемые господа, спасибо всем за прекрасные вопросы.
Thank you very much for wonderful questions. We are out of time. Maxim, hold on just a second. Dear friends, because we all live in this modern world and we all communicate and talk to each other, I just wanted to let you know that both Alex and Reed and I have accounts in Twitter. And you know, the most interesting thing that you can post there is your selfie with your friends. So right now we will turn the lights off. We will turn our backs to you. Please forgive us, and we will shoot a selfie. And you all will be in the background. Thank you all. Thank you, dear friends. It will be a very cool selfie.
Спасибо. Теперь основной экипаж.
Thank you. Now just the primary crew.